Alright, what is going on, guys? SpitefulHopes back again, coming at you with the should you summon on these banners. Now, we are going to be going over every single one of these banners, and I'm only going to be going over the relevant characters as well as breaking down characters that I think that are worth actually talking about. Now, we will obviously break down these main characters and see exactly what they're actually really good at, but yeah, honestly, my overall thoughts are these characters don't really do anything better than anybody else. So, like, if you have the alternatives, honestly, it's probably better that you keep it. Like, it's probably better that you skip if you have the alternatives. Now, going into the actual banner themselves, you'll see here, going into the actual main banner, you'll see here that we have Kukuku, Orihime, Nelliel, and then on top of that we have Koga, Chad, Kenpachi, all of which are really good, as well as a lot of other stuff that aren't necessarily OP unless you like transcend. Like, Kisuke is good when he's like max transcended, but like that's a hell of a lot of investment when you can put that into, like, say another character and just get their SP to level 10 and they'll perform about as well as this Kisuke. Tesla is only really good in Path of Valor, and even then he's kind of been replaced. You have Rukia, who's garbage, Soifun and Orihime, who are very outdated, what's the word I'm looking for? Very outdated NAD characters. You'll see a bruiser of 50% with a normal attack damage of 20%, so a bruiser of 70% overall, but no long reach, no poise, no flurry. And then we have Orihime over here, who's kind of like a strange one because she's a full stamina damage boost, and she doesn't have a heal. She has a barrier second strong attack, but you'll see that she has a bruiser of 40%, and then like you better hope that you keep your full stamina damage boost, which it shouldn't be too hard since you're a ranged character, but at the same time it's like, why not just use a flurry character, you know? So honestly, these characters are really outdated. Halibel doesn't even have like a good kit. Her first strong attack is that 2500 length beam, which is nice, right? But her third strong attack is 575 into 900 AoE, not great. 575 AoE with no utility on the second strong attack, which is bad. So overall, just a mainly bad main banner. Now the individuals, on the other hand, are pretty good, but let's get into these characters right quick. Alright, so first and foremost, Kukaku looking like an entire snack. For me, she looks kind of like a grown-up Valenti. So for those that play 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Damage reduction as her Link with a bruiser of 20%, flurry, poise, sprinter +2. So she's gonna definitely be faster than Kenpachi. She also has status elements when it comes to it. She has burn on everything with a debilitator of 2 seconds, long reach +20%, which is really good, and then berserker 30% if you want to actually use her strong attacks. She is a no affiliation character with an Arankar killer, so like I said, she's kind of like a better Kenpachi, but the problem is Kenpachi is just useful and wanted, not because he's a good character, but because of his link slot potion skill. I'd much rather carry 3 Kenpachis than bring this girl along for the ride, honestly. And it's kind of unfortunate because like this girl hasn't even come out yet, and she's kind of already, I don't want to say outdated, but not really all that useful. Like, I guess you could make use of her in PvP in a way because she is a no affiliation unit, and not many people actually have no affiliation killers that actually are run in PvP, as well as the fact that she is a damage reduction character, right? But she does, even though she has poise, damage reduction, she's a melee character and all that. Jugrum's power, you know what I'm saying? And Jugrum honestly dominates PvP to the point where it's not even remotely close where she's gonna actually be able to compete in a even remotely fair way. Now she has a lunge first strong attack, an 800 AoE second strong attack, AoE distance, it's really good, that's the AoE in front of you, and then 1000 radius third strong attack. Overall, good kit for a melee character, like just being able to guard break consistently. The lunge first strong attack on a melee NAD character, in my opinion, is ideal, but unfortunately, like I said, IZ, I'm sorry, it's just, I don't get me wrong, she's a great character, great character, better than Kenpachi, but I'd still recommend people go for Kenpachi just because of that IZ potion drop. Like, I'm telling you, being able to farm 6,000 potions in the span of like 2.5 hours just because you have people that actually can carry just makes your life so much easier. Like, being able to link slot several characters at one time is amazing. Alright, next on the list, going into Orihime. Looking good. Alright, so strong attack recharge, which is kind of strange, but we'll get into that in a little bit. So bruiser 30% along with flurry and poise, damage to lacerated enemies plus 40%, lacerate on all of her attacks except for her second strong attack, which is a boost with enhancer, right? And then on top of that, she does have a strong attack recharge link, which in my opinion actually kind of helps her. She is a range character, so I'm hoping she gets a beam first strong attack, shave pushback first strong attack. That sucks. 625 into 625 AoE. This actually, is that the Tokinata attack? No. So she has Bankai Shuhei's second strong attack comes out relatively quickly, which is actually not too shabby. It's gonna guard break, and then on top of that, it's a party buff. So just having more AoE, because like 625, considering she doesn't have Havoc, is actually pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. This I'd much rather have this than the 575 AoE. Personally, this will lock her down for a little bit longer than a normal second strong attack, unfortunately. But I mean, it is what it is. Third strong attack is gonna be a full screen, and then the first strong attack being shave. This is going to push the enemy back instead of guard breaking them naturally, because she doesn't have guard break, which kind of is unfortunate. If she had guard break, I'd say she was actually OP, but she doesn't. She does have Soul Reaper Killer, which is nice. The strong attack recharge link I don't think is necessarily bad because of the bruiser 30% along with flurry, right? The strong attack recharge is going to help her get her boost up more often. She's going to be able to guard break more consistently, which I don't think is necessarily a bad thing. She'll probably be one-shotting everything anyways, just because of level 10. Like, you'll want a level 10 attacker. I think she's going to actually be a good unit. I just don't think she's necessary, you know what I'm saying? Like, same thing with the Halibel, like, let me see, Hallie. Yeah, like, for example, like this Halibel, right? She got a Ronkar killer, she got Flurry. Oh, we can actually look it up all here. Yeah, so she got Flurry, Poise, Bruiser plus 40%, right? But she didn't really make too many waves. Not really many people wanted to summon for her because she came out around Anniversary knowing that crazy strong characters are coming out, right? And it's the same logic now. We're expecting 1,000-Year Blood War at the end of the month, or Burn the Witch potentially, which honestly, Burn the Witch is probably going to have some busted characters in order to try to actually sell units. Just like they made Hikone and Tokinata busted, they'll probably make Nini and Noelle busted too. So going into Nelliel, probably that art. I'm sorry, Nelliel art for BBS always hits different. But yeah, going into the character herself, Berserker 20%, Frenzy, Fire Immunity, Devastation 40%, Debilitator plus 5 seconds, Bruiser 20%, and then increased status ailment chance against Heart Attribute Soul Reapers. I still wish that they would lower the restrictions on that, because I personally would like it to be like increased status ailment against just heart attributes, right? Just have attribute advantage. You're going to be taking her into whatever anyways. Like, give him Disabler. Like, it's not... Y'all released Byakuya with a tracking vortex. Like, you don't care about balance. Let's be real here. You even released Juglin. PvP rebalance my butt. But yeah, as you can see here, you have weaken on all of her attacks as well. The Debilitator plus 5 seconds is definitely going to help. Now, going into her actual strong attacks, she is in a Ronkar with Soul Reaper Killer. She's going to be contending with Hikone, but Hikone has Long Stride and Sprinter plus 2, so I think that Hikone is going to edge her out just naturally. Her first strong attack is going to be a standard lunge. Second strong attack is going to be the 625 radius vortex style attack. This is the same attack as this Ichigo, which I don't think is a good thing. Honestly, like, I think that this second strong attack is actually quite mediocre. And then her third strong attack is going to be... Then the third strong attack is going to be the 675 into 1000 AoE distant. This is actually not a bad attack. I actually kind of like this because it actually goes into like 10 hits, which honestly this is going to hit hard, but the only issue with this is going to lock her into place for a little too long. So considering she's going to be locked into place for a little too long when it comes to her second or her third, I feel like she could have been a bit stronger if they just gave her Havoc 20% at least, right? If they just made this like a regular standard full screen and this like the 800 AoE, I think she would have been amazing, but unfortunately she didn't get that. I think she's gonna be stifled a little bit by that second strong attack, and the third strong attack I think is gonna, I don't think it's gonna hold her back, but I feel like it'll slow her down just a little bit. Not a lot, just a little bit. So 798 spiritual pressure, still a great unit, but yeah, that's pretty much all I want to say about her. Next on the list we have Koga. Koga does have Havoc 20%, literally one of the best kits in the entire game. He has Freeze and Paralysis, so the Debilitator plus 5 seconds is really nice. So second and third strong attack are going to be able to proc a Paralysis style ability. Strong attack recharge minus 14%, along with Devastation 40%, Frenzy, Sprinter plus 1, Bruiser plus 20%. He's just an overall nutty character. Probably definitely the best range holo killer for Mind, in my opinion, or at least definitely one of my favorites. You know, let me do this before I start talking on my way. I want to, where is it? Hollow, and then we want range, right? Boom. Oh, never mind. Byaku's the best. But for Hollow Killer though, seeing as Byaku is a Soul Reaper and a Rancor Killer, which is better than Hollow, like I think he's the best. Next to, actually, I think he's better than Rukia. Not because of the damage. Like I think that she gets Berserker, right? Yeah, she got a Berserker, but I love Havoc, because Havoc is just nasty. So going into the character himself, his first strong attack is the 3000 length beam, 960 second strong attack, the AoE distant, which is really nice, and then 1170 third strong attack. Now this is the 2500 length beam with Havoc. This is the 800 AoE this is the 800 AoE that this girl has, right? 800, but since he has Havoc and he has Frenzy, this is obviously much more superior. And then his third strong attack is the 975 AoE in front of you. Really strong. Either way, the fact that he's a premium pool unit also means that you have the potential of actually pulling him relatively often, and it looks like K-Lab's actually starting to put him in the premium pool, in the filler pools on these main banners, which is really good because he's mainly been isolated to individual banners. Alright, next on the list, Chad. I think Chad and I think I go over. No, I didn't bring up Kenpachi. I think Chad's actually pretty good. The fact that he's a boost unit, he does have Enhancer, and on top of that, he's a Chronicle Quest bonus, makes him very coveted regardless of whether or not you even have him. Like ideally, you're gonna want him 5/5 for PvP. He still performs incredibly well should you have him 5/5. Obviously, he's gonna be pretty good against, say, someone like Jugram, and on top of that, the Chronicle Quest bonus. Like I think that he's worth talking about. Going into Kenpachi, still good in PvP. Like honestly, he's not a bad character at all. I just don't want to go too deep into him because I feel like he's pretty old. So like Poise, Flurry, DR unit, not much else to say besides that. He's overall powerhouse, but the fact that Chad's also a boost unit is kind of nice. Honestly, Chad and Kenpachi, when like max transcended or even transcended a little bit, like when they're bonuses and epic raids, they perform very well. Going into Orihime, I feel like I've gone over Orihime. Did I not go over Orihime? No, I feel like I've gone over Orihime and Soy Fun. Halibel's kind of like fallen off to the wayside. Rukia Rukia's in this? No, okay. I was about to say, I'm like, hold up. Okay, so we're gonna go into the individual banners, which I think are a lot more higher value. So let's start off with this into this. There we go. So going into this individual banner, we have Rukia and Yoruichi. These characters, in my opinion, are worth talking about because they're actually really strong. So first off, Rukia, strong attack, recharge, enhanced link, 14%. Berserker 20%, debilitator plus 5 seconds with freeze / paralysis on everything. Freeze immunity, frenzy, sprinter plus 1, devastation 40%, bruiser plus 20%. So berserker 20% increased strong attack damage, bruiser 20% increased normal attack damage. The NAD doesn't really matter. She is a ranged character. She has a cute little NAD string, but nothing really to talk about. 2500 length beam, 800 AoE, second strong attack, and then the full screen third strong attack. Literally one of the better kits in the game. Like the 2500 first strong attack, 800 second strong attack is so strong. And then going into Yoruichi, she's really basic on like paper, but like in practice, the fact that she's a Yoruichi makes her really good. So going into the character herself, strong attack recharge minus 14%, devastation 40%, enhancer with her second strong attack boost, frenzy and sprinter plus 1. Going into the actual attacks, she has a standard lunge first strong attack, full screen third, and then her second strong attack is a standard boost with 525 radius. Kind of bad, but whatever. The fact that she has a strong attack recharge minus 14% link means that you can keep her strong attack, you can keep her boost up almost infinitely if you get her to like 51 to 54% strong attack recharge, which honestly isn't even that hard to get. Literally, if you just put full strong attack recharge on her, you get 12 times 3 plus 14. That's 50% right there, right? One thing to note is that she is in the premium pool very easy to obtain. Like she's very common in these either the filler or the individual banners, so you'll probably get her in time. And one thing to note is that since she is a Yoruichi, having 4 flash steps means that she'll be very fast in clearing content. Alright, and that's pretty much that for this banner. Veruca is pretty mediocre. Orihime is a DR link, and then on top of that, she is a So what I'm looking for, a Chronicle Quest bonus, so having that could be good. So overall, very good in my opinion individual banner. Let's see if we get like a, let's do all steps. Actually, we can just see the summary. One Kukaku after step 7. Ew, that sucks. Alright, so going into Orihime's individual, another, in my opinion, high value banner. Alright, so click. Going into Isane, Berserker 20%, no Havoc, recover 20 stamina as her actual skill. She is a strong attack recharge link, and then debilitator plus 5 seconds, paralysis on everything except for her barrier second. Like, the fact that she recovers stamina is kind of nice, because like you'll be able to run her with like full stam if you wanted to. But like, my issue with her is like, I kind of wish that her second strong attack was a heal barrier. Like, I feel like, I hate to do it because like, it's me being nitpicky. But I mean, you have characters like this Orihime, for example, and you'll see that the second strong attack has a cooldown of, here it is. You'll see that the second strong attack has a cooldown of 40 seconds. And Isane, her cooldown for her second strong attack that's just a barrier as opposed to a barrier heal like Orihime, is also 40 seconds. So I feel like she could have been given like a heal barrier just like Orihime, and she would have been like actually top tier. To be fair, Orihime did come out like 2 months after she did, so maybe they didn't think about it, but like these characters are made like 6 months ahead of time, so I feel like just a little switch in the attack would have just literally did her justice. So 2500 length beam, full screen third, and then the 575 instead of 525 barrier ability around you. Overall, not a bad character, not really worth talking about too much, but just good value. Like, in my opinion, it's good value. Next on the list, Hiyori. Hiyori, in my opinion, is probably one of my favorite characters that came out. In terms of just like being a flurry unit. She was given poise, flurry, she has a normal attack damage link, and then poison immunity, sprinter +1, weaken defense on her ultimate. They gave her an entire stage in Path of Valor, I think it's Path of Valor. She's epic raid bonus very often, and she's actually put in these filler pools very often as well, so getting her max transcended is actually very possible, especially even for free-to-play players, which I think is really good. Flurry, poise, sprinter +1, berserker 30%, normal attack damage. Her second strong attack is a vortex, which I think is kind of like because it is a 24-second cooldown, but like since her first strong attack is a lunge anyways, like the fact that she has long cooldowns on her second and third, as long as she doesn't run into resistance when it comes to like guard, like enemies with guard, she autos very, very well as well. So I'll definitely give a shout out to this Hiyori. She's really, in my opinion, she's just an overall good value unit. Going into Cacao Society Momo, still one of the better speed Rankar killers in the entire game. I think she only really ends up getting shadowed over a lot by Baz B, because Baz B literally has the exact same kit as her, except he has Havoc and Berserker. Now she came out during a time when they weren't giving that out, so weaken defense on the ultimate, Frenzy, Bruiser 20%, Devastation 40%, Long Reach 20%, Poison immunity. Now unfortunately they gave her Bruiser and Long Reach, where if they gave her like Berserker and Havoc, like she'd be nutso. So going into the actual kit, you'll see standard lunge, a charge third strong attack, and then 800 radius AoE in front. So like if you want to compare to someone like Baz B, like you'll see that he literally has the exact same kit as her, except he has Berserker 20%, Havoc 20%. So going into the attacks, you'll see standard lunge, the 800 AoE goes into 960, and then the same charge third strong attack goes into 1080, which is really, 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 really strong. So overall, just a very, very good value character. Like I said, she's literally Baz B without Berserker and Havoc. But when you transcend spiritual pressure anyways, and the fact that she might get resurrected sometime soon, like I want to say within 6 months, I think she'll actually be really, 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 really good. As long as they do her justice. If they don't give her something good, I'm gonna punch someone at Caleb in the throat. I don't care. But whatever. Jackie, the only reason I want to talk about her is because she is a holo killer and she is a boost unit. There's not too many boost holo killing units aside from like Cacao Society Kisuke to really mention, and I would definitely run her on the side if you have her 5/5. Besides that, she's not really worth talking about too much. Last but not least, this last individual, probably the worst, no, definitely the worst individual. Lisa's kind of mid unless you already have her 5-5. This Restu is garbage, not even worth transcending. And then this Soifon, she's okay, but like I wouldn't really recommend working on her if you have better alternatives. Now this character, I think she does have Soul Reaper Killer. Oh, she has Hollow Killer, even worse. Yeah, honestly, like at this point, you're better off just using Koga. This Uryu though, I do want to talk about him because he is kind of nasty. The fact that his third strong attack has the magnifiers that it does, you'll see that his magnification is actually 480 over here. And the reason that this is important is that it actually has a 40 hit max hit. That means that if you go up until the boss and you like, say like an epic raid boss and you have a max transcended, you can kill the boss in about like 20 seconds. Like probably under that if you have like a big party. What we would actually do is get one Mugetsu, get 5 Uryus, and then we just charge the third strong attack. Everyone uses their the Mugetsu uses the ultimate, and then we use our third strong attack. GG, done. And that's literally the end of that epic raid. So I mean, besides that, he is also a Chronicle Quest bonus character, and he's also a strong attack recharge burn unit with his strong attack, so you can actually push the enemies back with his first strong attack because it's a shave ability. The second strong attack is a crawling vortex, and then the third strong attack, if you don't charge it, actually pushes the enemies back even more. So like being able to push the enemies back is really good for Senkaimon because you also have burn on your ultimate, which means you can burn them on contact, and he also has debilitator plus 2 seconds. And yeah, I mean overall just very good value unit. So that's pretty much the entire all 4 banners in a nutshell. Honestly, I feel like the best individual banner is probably going to be, pull it up again. In my opinion, the best individual banner is going to be definitely Kukaku with Yoruichi and Rukia on the side. I think that this is actually a pretty high value banner. I wouldn't really recommend anyone summon past like step 5, but like I would definitely recommend everyone do like step 1 if you don't already have this Yoruichi or Rukia 5-5. I think that this actually is worth 150 orbs for the first multi. The Orihime banner is okay. I wouldn't knock anybody for summoning on this. The Nelliel, if you have Hikone, if you have Candace, well, Candace should be coming soon. I've been saying that for a while. Candace's banner is actually like 3 weeks overdue. That banner should have actually came out last month, which that's why I'm surprised that they're not back yet. And Nocti brought up the fact that Nocti brought up the fact that Candace is actually bonus in this new epic raid, which leads me to believe that they're due for a rerun sometime soon. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. But I guess I'm gonna leave it at that. You know, guys, grind on, catch up, and stay blessed. I wish you the best luck in your summons. Let me know if you guys actually plan to summon on this banner. Like I said, I plan to do step 6 on my stream for the main banner. As for the individuals, I'll probably toss in the first multi on this banner because getting a dupe Rukia or Yoruichi would not be bad. But I do kind of want this Kukaku, kinda, just for epic raids if anything. And then this Orihime, I actually kinda. I don't want to summon on it because I already have this girl 5-5, but Yoruichi and Rukia at worst are strong attack recharge 14% links, you know what I'm saying? So like getting even, like say you already have Yoruichi 5-5 but you don't have Rukia 5-5 or whatever, like getting them by accident if you're mainly trying to get Kukaku is nice. The Nelliel, unfortunately, in my opinion, unless you're like a really big fanboy of Nelliel, they really did her individual banner really dirty. So like, unless you're missing a lot of these characters, I would actually advise you guys to just skip the Neliel banner. We'll get more mined SP based units in the future, I'm sure of it. Like, I mean, if we just go into how many mined SP units we've gotten this year, let's see, let's just mined, let's go with Frenzy, right? No one's using a non-Frenzy SP unit. So like just the mined SP units for this year alone are Neliel, Aura, Candace, Loopy, Halibel, Machine Society, Restu, Ichigo, and this was Christmas, but whatever. Yeah, like it is what it is. Like, we get a lot of SP based mined units. Maybe not a lot of OP ones, but we do get them. So I would definitely advise skipping this banner unless like you really want to risk it all. I do expect 1000-Year Blood War or Burn the Witch for end of the month. I don't know what K-Lab's trying to do. Their timeline is so wonky right now, and them adding this whole new seasonal banner, in my opinion, kind of sucks. I don't think that the banner sucks. I think that this should be a premium pool banner that just happens to be called the Orient Society. This isn't Halloween, this isn't swimsuit, this isn't like parasol, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just kind of annoying because it's like they're just making up holidays at this point. Anyways, I'm gonna leave it at that. Stay blessed, y'all. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.